Hey there guys, Next Strike here, back again for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Beware the Batman once again, and this is somewhat old news. Some people have been asking me if I'd make a video about this, and of course I will, and it is that Beware the Batman will be headed to Toonami starting May 10th at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, interesting news to say the least. Now, why is this happening? Well, it's pretty simple. There's probably some sort of contractual agreement that they had to air all of the episodes of Beware the Batman, and they had like 15 that they hadn't even aired yet, so this is their way of burning it off. I mean, it's at 3 in the morning, so clearly these episodes were ones that no one wanted to watch. I mean, Beware the Batman was just not that successful of a series because it couldn't even survive one season on the Cartoon Network block, so that's a bad sign. And it's a Batman show. That's a really bad sign. So basically, this is purgatory for the series, just a way for them to finish off the episodes, and for that contract to be met. Because I'm sure if there wasn't some sort of contract in place, then the episodes would not be coming out at all. They would just come out straight on some sort of DVD or a digital release or something like that. So that's what's going on with that. What kind of irritates me, though, is that Toonami is supposed to be an anime-only block, and yet they're always using it for a sort of purgatory for all the series that they really just don't know what to do with. They weren't popular enough to succeed in their own right, or they just got canceled for some unknown reason. And yeah, I mean, they've done that for Thundercats. I don't even know if Thundercats is on Toonami anymore. I'd assume not, because it's just been reruns for so long. And that just didn't go well. I was kind of hoping it would for Thundercats, but it never went over well. And now they're doing it for Beware the Batman. I mean, we know that nothing's going to come of this, so I don't really think there's a point in putting it on Toonami. Maybe this is a way of reaching the audience that DC actually has, which is older people. And if that works, then all I have to say is, what the heck were you guys doing when Green Lantern and Young Justice were up for another season? Because had you put it on Adult Swim, it would have gotten so much more attention, because I know a lot of people were just not able to watch it because it came on too early in the morning. Because the same with me. I mean, I was in college. I'm not going to wake up at like, what was it, like 10 in the morning when Young Justice came on to watch it? No. I was not going to wake up that early to watch that. So that's what kept a lot of people from watching it. And, the same people will be like, oh, but, Legend of Korra, that show only does well in the mornings. Well, Legend of Korra, I think personally the reason that doesn't get as much views is because it's just not as good as it used to be, and people realize that. I mean, it's doing okay for a kids show, but Avatar: The Last Airbender used to come on late and it did fine. So that's just my argument for that. So really, I think it's better to have shows that are more adult to come on later, even if they're not meant for just adults, for all ages. I think it's better to have them on later. So it's nice that they're finally getting their act together, but I don't think that they're using it correctly. Like, using it for Toonami is just not sorry, it's just not smart, because Toonami is supposed to be an anime only block. So, like Attack on Titan's coming on there, which is great show, but more anime should be given the chance to show on there that are relatively new, not old. And just putting stuff on here that are just failed shows that they don't know what to do with is just dumb to me, because if you look at the DC Nation block, it's only Teen Titans Go, which is really dumb because that show's horrible. And yet that's the only show that survives of all the shows on DC Nation. That's the only one that survived. It's sad. It's really sad, because oh, that show. But anyway, yeah, I think it's really dumb, because I don't really like Beware the Batman. Well, I really don't like Beware the Batman, but I just feel like they could have done something else with it. Had it not succeeded, just put it in its old slot and just finish it off, or just throw it in a different time or something. But I don't think you had to put it on at 3 in the morning. I mean, you're not going to get any more ratings that way either. So I don't know what they're thinking, but it's really dumb to me. Like, I don't understand Warner Brothers' whole mentality with their shows and all that stuff. So I guess I can't really even begin to reason this, because they hate female fans too. That was a news article I wanted to discuss, never did, which to me is really stupid. But here's the thing. If you guys want anything to succeed, Warner Brothers, put it on at a later time when everyone can watch it. Like, look at regular show. Look at what's it called? Adventure Time. Those shows are meant for all ages, even though they're, well, regular shows leaning a little bit more towards adults, but those come on at a time when older people can watch them, but it's not too late for the younger kids to watch them either. And it has no language and no sexual stuff in it, so everyone can watch it. Same with, how Avatar The Last Airbender was. It came on Friday nights, and it did wonderful. And that's how Korra did. The first season did not do that, but the other ones did, and it just didn't do as well because honestly it just wasn't as good of a show. I mean, I think that's really all it was. So people can say it's because of the time slot, whatever, but if they switch it around and it's no different, then I guess my theory was right. If I'm not, then whatever. I mean, The Last Airbender was on Friday nights and it did fine, so maybe it's just because there was some sort of block on at that time. I don't know. But anyway, just move DC Nation block to a later time, Warner Brothers. Seriously. Because honestly, Cartoon Network doesn't have much going for it as it is. You've got the regular show, Adventure Time block, and that's it. That's all good you have. So all I'm saying is just do something with DC Nation. Figure out what the heck you're doing and just do it. Because catering to children is not the best way to do it. I'm telling you, most of DC's fans are older people. That's the comic audience. That's the movie audience. That's your animated show audience. So there you go. Make stuff for all ages and put it at a later time. Anyway, I kind of deviated. But yeah, I'm not really too upset for the fact that they're doing this because I know that there's some sort of contract. Like I said, I mean, there has to be. But I just think that using it in Toonami is just a dumb idea. And they should just move the DC Nation block or something. So anyway, that's all my thoughts on that for now. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Subscribe for more DC Nation or just DC things in general because I do a lot of stuff. And like if you like. And that's all I have for now. Catch you guys later.